Assalamualaikum and good day to everybody. Today we are going to learn on a new chapter, which is chapter 3, Algebraic Formula. What you will learn in this chapter is to create an algebraic formula. 3.1 Algebraic Formula. Algebraic expression is a combination of two or more algebraic terms. The algebraic formula combines an algebraic expression using addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division and is written in the form of an equation. Or, an algebraic formula is an equation that relates the subject of a formula with one or more variables and constant. Let's look at what is variables and constant. I want you to refresh or flashback when you were in Form 1, you already learned what is variables and constants. Okay, look at this algebraic expression here. P equal 2 in bracket x plus y plus 5. P here is the subject of the formula, which is expressed in the variable x and y. 2 and 5 here are constants because they have a fixed value. Any question? 3.1.1 Forming formula. Learning standard that you are going to achieve here is write a formula based on a situation. Form an algebraic formula for each of the following situations. Okay, look at this rectangle. The length from A to B here is x minus 4 cm. The length for A to D here is y plus 2 cm. The diagram above shows a rectangle ABCD. Form a formula for the perimeter of the rectangle PCM. So the subject here is P. We need to form a formula for this subject. P equal 2 multiply in bracket x minus 4. Okay, for perimeter we have to calculate all the length in each side. So 2 times x minus 4 cm here plus 2 times y plus 2 here equal 2x minus 8 plus 2y plus 4 equal 2x plus 2y minus 4. P equal 2x plus 2y minus 4. This is the formula that we form from this diagram. Let's look at another diagram. Okay, now we need to forming a formula according to this diagram. Write a formula for the perimeter PCM. Again, the subject is P of the triangle above. P equal S plus 3S plus 3S plus T. Okay, for the perimeter equal S plus 3S is like term that we can solve, so it becomes 4S plus T. 4S plus T. P equal 4S plus T. Is that clear? I hope it is clear. Now, let's look at 3.1.2, changing the subject of formula. Remember just now the subject is P. Now we are going to change the subject of formula. Maybe it will become X as the subject or M as the subject. The subject of a formula can be a variable for the algebraic formula, and the variable can be the subject of an algebraic formula. The learning standard that you are going to achieve in this subtopic is change the subject of formula of an algebraic equation. Perimeter. P for an equilateral perimeter P for an equilateral triangle can be expressed in A and B. Hence, P equal A plus 2B. P equal A plus 2B. The subject of formula of the equation above can be changed. Okay, the subject here is P. At first, the subject is P. The subject of formula here can be changed as shown. Okay, look at the subject P equal A plus 2B. Okay, it can be changed to this one. A equal P minus 2B. So the subject here already changed to A. It's not P anymore, but the subject now is A. Okay, A equal P minus 2B. Or it can also be changed to B equal P minus A over 2. Okay. Remember, coefficient for the subject of formula must be 1. So the coefficient of the subject must be 1. 1B, 1A, 1P. But it is not written there. The number 1 is not written in here. But you need to understand that B here meaning 1B. P here means 1P. Okay. This is the tips that you need to remember. And another tip is subject of formula should be on the left side of the equation. Okay, remember subject must be on the left side of the equation. This is the equation, the subject must be on the left side. Okay. Example 2, state M as the subject of formula. Question A, Q equal M plus P. Okay, in this question, the subject of formula is Q. But now, we need to state M as the subject of a formula. Solution, M plus P. And remember just now, okay, from the previous slide, okay, you need to make sure the subject is on the left side of the equation. We bring M plus P to the left side and Q to the right side. M plus P equal Q. Next, M plus P minus P equal Q minus P. Okay, in Form 1, Chapter 6, Linear Equation, you already learned to solve linear equation using these three methods, which is trial and improvement, application of equality concept, and backtrack. And this is the equality concept. When you minus P on the right side of the equation, you also need to minus P on the left side of the equation. That is why you see here minus P and minus P on this right side. Okay, this is example from your Form 1 textbook. Okay, last time you already learned application of equality concept. This is equality concept. This is the linear equation. Okay, when you do equality concept here, okay, this is just for you to remember back what you have learned. When you minus 20, you add 20 on the left side, so you have to add another 20 as well on the right side. Add 20 to the both side. Okay, and then in this example, okay, when 5x minus x, so it is also added minus x on the right side. Subtract x from both sides. Okay, okay, from both sides here means, and this one is divide both sides by 4. All of these are example of equality concept in one equation. So it apply to this one. M plus p minus p on m plus p minus p on the left equal q minus p on the right side. Okay, let me erase this. Okay, then m, okay, plus p and minus p here, you can just cut everything lah. Okay, m equal q plus q minus p. M equal q minus p. M in terms of p and q. Okay, so we already answered this question. State m as the subject of formula, which is m equal q minus p. Now m become the subject of the formula in terms of p and q. Okay, remember to keep in mind coefficient of the subject of formula must be 1. So we get here m, 1. Okay, let's look at question B. 2s minus m equal b. 2s, okay, minus 2s minus m equal b minus 2s. Okay, this is once again you see the equality, application of equality concept. Okay, where both side, left side and right side minus 2s. Subtract by 2s. Okay, another tip that you need to keep in mind, subject of formula should be on the left side of the equation. So negative m, what's left on the left side of the equation here is here. Negative m equal b minus 2s. Okay, 2s minus 2s here already become 0. Okay, so what's left here is negative m equal b minus 2s. Once again, we use the application of equality concept here. Negative 1 over negative 1 multiplied by negative m equal 1 over negative 1 multiplied by b minus 2s. M, okay, equal b negative b plus 2s. M in term of bs. Now m also become the subject of the formula here. M equal 2s, then m equal 2s minus b. (3.1.2) Changing the subject of formula. Now we look at the question C, where we need to change the subject of a formula to be m. Okay, to m. Okay, so A equal 5 over 2m. Now we need to change the subject of formula here from A become m. Okay, what we need to do is A, okay, we need to use the equality concept, application of equality concept, where we multiply on the left side by 2m and on the right side with 2m as well. So A multiplied by 2m equal m over 2m multiplied by 2m. Okay, we can cut the 2m with 2m, this one, eliminate it. Okay, so the next is 2m, multiply this one, 2am equal 5. Okay, Then we still need to proceed with application of equality concept, where we need to remove the 2a here so that we get the subject is m only, 1m. Remember, coefficient of the subject must be 1, so we need to make it become m only here. So we need to remove the 2a here, where we do the division here. 2am divided by 2a equal 5 divided by 2a. When we divide on the left side with 2a, so we need to also divide on the right side with 2a. So the answer next is m equal 5 over 2a. M in a term of a. Okay, let's look at example 3. State P as the subject of formula. A. Question A. Q equal square root of P. Solution. Okay, because we need to state P as a subject of formula, so we need to always remember to make the subject of the formula on the left side. So, square root of P equal Q. Square root of P squared equal Q squared. This is application of equality concept again, where we square both sides of the equation. Okay, we square both sides of the equation here. So, P equal Q squared. Okay. Okay, when you square the square root of P here, okay, automatically it is eliminate the square root and the square. So, it only become P. P equal Q squared. Okay, let's look at B. S equal P squared. Okay, remember to make the subject on the left. P squared equal S. P square root of P squared equal square root of S. Now, let's look at question C. State P as the subject of formula. C. Square root of P over 3 equal W. Okay, we need to square both sides, on the left side and the right side. Square root of P over 3 squared equal W squared. Okay, P over 3 equal W squared. Okay, now we need to remove the 3 here. What we do is to multiply with 3 on the left side. So we need to also multiply W squared here with 3. So it will become like this. P over Q multiply 3 equal W squared multiplied by 3. We eliminate 3 here. So it only left P there. P equal 3W squared. Okay, let's look at D. T equal 1 over P squared. Okay, how can we make P here as the subject? First, we need to eliminate. We need to do the application of equality concept. First, we need to multiply T multiplied by P squared equal 1 over P squared multiplied by P squared. Then we eliminate this P squared here. So it becomes TP squared equal 1. Okay. How can we make it only P here? Okay. The coefficient only 1P. So P squared equal 1 over T. We bring down. Okay. We bring the T to the right, or bring T to the right. Okay, TP squared equal 1 here means TP squared divided by P equal 1 over T. So you eliminate this P, it becomes P squared over 1 over T. Okay, same. Okay, what next is P equal square root of 1 over T. The P, the square here, if you bring it to the right, okay, it will become a square root. So the answer is P equal 1 over T square root, subject. P as the subject of formula. Okay, as for an exercise, you need to do this one. Express the variable in brackets as the subject of formula. So use this one. This is you need to express T as the subject of formula. This one you need to make C here as the subject of formula, and this one R as the subject of formula, and this one M as the subject of formula. Send your answer to me in your Telegram channel. Okay, thank you all.